Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Naija Lover and today we will be starting a movie discussion on the series Princess on a Hill, currently showing on Showmax. And well, for episode 1, I don't like to waste time. I'm going to go straight to the point. For episode 1, I think it's quite catchy. You are invested in the movie and you don't really you're looking forward to the next episode. So I think it's quite catchy for the first episode. Some first episodes are not quite catchy. You have to wait till like the third or fourth before it starts getting interesting. But I think this show is already interesting from episode 1. So basically there are two characters. There is Zara and there is Tolani Ivy Baker. I could not forget her name. As I just saw it the first time, I just stuck because the name is very unique, and obviously, the two ladies are contestants for leading ladies what I call a competition or award something. And Tolani is like the it girl, the successful, career-driven, beautiful, pretty lady. Okay, while Zara is just this, what I call it, low class or middle class girl struggling to make ends meet. But Zara has a kind of admiration for the CEO of Lawson Group, that is Lawson. So she reads his books and she really wants to work in his company and all that. Then along the line, Moyo is on his way to the event center. He's supposed to be the one to pronounce the winner of the game, right? And as if most of the audience wants Tolani because she looks physically attractive, right? And it's even showing from the suits that Zara wore. It wasn't looking very it was looking very, very just there, like bland and boring. And Tolani was dressed quite nice. So Moyo was on his way to the center, but his helicopter had a malfunction. So they had a fatal accident and he was feared dead. But then it was later revealed that he was in a coma. And then in comes the head of communication. I think that should be Mr. Obiora. So Mr. Obiora is like, I don't know what to call him. The first time we see him, he's receiving a blowjob from somebody who we suspect to be Tolani Ivy Baker, because it was Zara who saw them. She only saw Obiora though, but she saw a lady's hands touching his chest. So I think the ring she saw on the lady's hand is the same ring on Tolani's finger. So we get to see that this Obiora is not a very good person. Not good per se morals. He's not very strict morally. So it seems like Obiora wants Zara to win. But then the other guy, I think the next in command after Moyo, that is Mr. Etim. Mr. Etim wants Tolani because the audience likes her better. So at this point, Zara is kind of certain that they're going to pick Tolani over her because she has read the comment of the audience and she has seen Tolani giving Obiora some sexual favors. So she's not sure she's going to win, but she's still standing strong. They even gave her a script. I don't know whether it was to mess with her mind or something, but she already had what she wanted to say, but they gave her a script to work with the script instead. So when it was time for them to give their final speeches, Zara spoke from her heart, Tolani spoke with confidence, and eventually they chose Zara as the winner, and she was given a check of 15 million naira. Now, I think the position of the winner, right, is supposed to come with that money and a position at Lawson Company. But then after Zara received the check, news came in that Moyo is now in a coma, which means his choice is now invalid. It was actually Moyo's choice that led to them picking Zara. Now that he's in coma, it feels like his choice is no longer valid. So I don't know why they did not call Zara, but I suspect that it was because he was in coma that they did not pick Zara, because obviously she doesn't fit the image that the Lawson Company has. So we see Zara at home. She has a mom and a brother who she fondly calls Goat's Head. That's nice. Her parents are happy that she's won, but then weeks later they're kind of still struggling to pay rent, and Zara tells her mom point blank that if anybody comes to her house for money, she shouldn't she shouldn't just open the door for them, because how would they believe that their money has finished? And even me, I cannot believe that their money has finished, because we listen and we judge. What did you use 15 million naira to do? This is like weeks, because she still has the same hairstyle as she had on the competition, and the show did not say maybe a year later, so it's still like in space of a few weeks. I stand to be corrected, or let me just say, okay, let's just say it's more than a week. Let's say it's like 6 months. But anyway, they're still struggling to pay rent. They're still living where they have been living. I really wondered what they did with the money, because if you're counting school fees, if you're counting rent, if you're counting, well, I'm not one to judge. I'm not in her life. So Zara has a very poor, what I call it, not poor, a very wicked boss. I don't know if the boss bullies her because he likes her or because he hates her, but he bullies her. She works at a call center, OBX call center. At one point, the boss decided to punish her to stand up throughout the day and make calls just because she managed to speak back at him for something that was not even her fault. So she has a friend in the call center. Is it Oyekon? I think that's her name. I think it was just said once. Oyekon, very black beauty. Then she has a friend outside the call center. I also didn't get his name, but it's a very fine guy. I mean, black handsomeness, black fine guy also. So he waits for her after work. He takes her, I think, to his house or something, and her legs are stretched because she's been standing all day, and he helps her to just stretch the leg a bit, and they speak about the friend as in her matters and his matters. Basically, he's asking her why she's still at the job, because he can even arrange for boys to go and beat their her guy. She's like, no, don't worry. She's even grateful to have the job, because if she leaves the job, how will she take care of her parents, her people? Sorry, because her dad is not alive. It's just her mom and her brother. Then, the guy offers to, like, ease some financial burden, and she's like, no, because if she quits the job, is he going to take full responsibility of all the bills that are going to come from her family, and what would his fiancé think about it? Then it's revealed that this guy's fiancé, I think it's Chika, right? I'll get that name later. So his fiancé broke off engagement because she felt he wasn't ready for her. And at this point, I see something brewing. I see a love interest here. Maybe, this friends to lovers trope. I see that because they have this very good friendship and all that. So another day, Zara goes to work. She gets a call from Lawson company. She goes to Lawson company. She meets Obiora, and Obiora, the way that Obiora used to. Anyway, let me not judge. It's still the first episode. The way he speaks, this is gentlemanly. I don't know what to call it. English, like, oh, you're welcome. Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, I don't know. I feel like he's doing that on purpose. He's doing that to flex his masculine abilities. I pity whoever falls for that. I hope Zara is not naive to fall for that. And she, of course, naive girl, looking all around, fine company, fine people. She's basically clumsy. Obiora apologizes to her for taking this long to get her in. In fact, as she enters the company, guess who she sees? She sees Tolani and Rebecca. The same Tolani that did not win got a position in the company, while her that won wasn't even called for like so long. So this fits with my thoughts that because Lawson was in a coma, they did not proceed with the process they were supposed to put Zara through. They instead gave the position to Tolani instead. So she's shocked, but she can't really do anything. After her first day at work, she finds out that she has a driver who's supposed to drive her home. Like, God, help me, help me with that kind of job, because transport in this country is not easy. Anyway, the driver's name is Saeed. He's quite polite, and he just minds his business. He doesn't really care about her life story or her concerns. He's just, look, enter the car and let me drive you home. So for the first few days he drives her home. Zara is struggling in the company because the people actually look down on her. Plus, of course, they are like rich, so they kind of dress well, smell nice, wear good wigs, good handbags, nice shoes. But Zara is still upcoming, and so she can't afford to start doing all that yet. So she's out of place. They ignore her. They make her feel unwanted. And I'm even wondering who called her there in the first place. Then one day she's going home. Sahid tells her that, look, in fact, Sahid follows another route, not the normal route to her house. And she starts to get nervous and panic, like, hey, Sahid, this is not the road to my house. Sahid says, look, I promise you, I'll drop you home after you see the person who wants to see you. And then they lead her to one house. It's very, very creepy. Like, the house is not creepy, but the way she was being moved to the house was creepy. Like, she didn't know where she was going. It's nighttime and everything. So she ends up going there. She asks, please, who are you? Who am I speaking to? And the person says, I am Obiora Lawson. And the episode ends. So it's obvious that, okay, Obiora is not dead. For some reason, he's hiding. I don't know. Maybe all this, you know how it is now. Maybe he wants to see something, see who the snakes and scorpions are in the company. And since Zara was his choice in the beginning, he called her. I don't know what he wants to do with her. I don't know whether he wants to advise her. I don't know if he wants to use her as his eyes and ears in the company. But we're going to find that out in episode 2. So I like the script. I feel like it's light, it makes sense, it's on point. There was a part where she was leaving and you were like, do you have to go? He said, I can, I must. Just these two things. I appreciate the script among other things that were said there. So let's look at how episode 2 comes out. Remember, you can watch The Princess on the Hill on Showmax, and leave your comment if you have anything you also want to comment if you watched the movie, of course. And I am also thinking there's going to be a love triangle between Zara, that black boy, and Obiora. I think it's going to be a love triangle. But let's see how it goes. See you in episode 2.